Oh wait, I need this. Hello. What am I doing? Okay. I need to make a dev update. What am I doing here? Daily note. Go this way? Alright. No, go this way. Ah. This way. This way. Hello. Ah. I was taking a nap. That's why I'm a little like, meh. How's the desktop audio? I think it's fine. I think it's louder for me than it is for you right now. Okay. I'm also going to channel just just deal when it comes up. It's fine. Let's see here. Twitch stream. Control click. Twitch stream. Parasocial. That's what this is called. Apparently, it's parasocial. I feel like what? I feel like Prof is higher than Mod. What are we doing here? Ah, there we go. Oh, I need to put him. Sorry, I'm looking like off screen right now, so if anyone's actually watching this, it's just like I'm looking at blank screens. I'm trying to figure out how to manage. I'll just copy paste there. I just post it. They'll figure it out. I don't care. Or they won't. I don't know. I'll figure this out later. Think on your feet. You know, that's my theme right now. Is winging it. Winging things. What else am I doing? Oh, I was gonna post it too. I kind of want it. Social science, tech, practical tech, programming. Practical technology, geospatial. Again, apologies for stream tech and dev. That's me. Oh, stream tech? Okay, I think programming, I don't know. All right, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. Yeah, okay. Click. Then I need to figure out what I'm actually gonna do. I guess I said I was gonna do all right, let's write this out. In to do. Oh, I have to do a dev update. I don't really have. Like, do I have a dev update? I honestly can't remember what I did last time, so I'll just do like a general blah blah blah. Make it quick. Under 30 seconds, man. The internet loves stuff that's 30 seconds or less. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so do a dev update. Uh, I can't remember what I said last time, but things are going well. Uh, I don't know. Alpha release by the end of month. Oh, that's a good thing to say. Hello, Magician Gur. How are you? Welcome to this lovely day. I'm trying to remember where I'm at in my life. Um, uh, Alpha release by the end of the month. That's pretty exciting. Hello, MOA Development. Welcome back. I missed last week, which has been I've had like a pretty good like consistent weekly thing, and then last week I was what was I doing last week? Oh, I left town on Thursday afternoon. Hi, Shadow TJNL. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. You seem like a new. Are you a new face? I don't think I've seen your. I don't think I've seen your what is it username here before. But welcome. Welcome here. Um. Cool. Hello. Uh. But you, I guess, are you from the Discord server or Twitter or something? Ooh, and are y'all friends? Dot 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 dot. Because I'm giving a talk about free mocap to. Cool, cool. Well, thanks for uh, thank you for community building, I suppose, MOA, and for bringing people along. Um, what's your interest, Shadow? Are you a game developer? What is that group I'm giving? Because I got like slightly invited to give a talk at a cool thing at Open Hardware at the there it is, the Gathering for Open Science Hardware. Gosh, the gathering for cool. Open Hardware Science on September 29th. Cool. Well, welcome to the stream. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh. Oh, cool. No, not at all, actually. It's one of the, I'm not nervous. It's like, I have given so many talks in the course of my career. It's arguably, I would say, I think one of my like core skills. I think there's a lot of different ways to be a successful scientist and a researcher, which I guess at this point in my life, I just have to sort of say that I am. And I think that giving like talks and presentations is one of the things that I am like most good at. Which is talking myself up a lot. So now I am getting nervous, but not really. But no, I've had a lot of practice presenting my research in various contexts, and it's something that I wouldn't say comes necessarily naturally, but it's something that these days I don't get super nervous about. Mostly now I'm just like excited for the opportunity to like share this with people because I think that this group, Dosh, the open science hardware folks, I think that they're going to be like a really receptive crowd. And these are like exactly the kind of people that I like have been trying to like connect with, like open source, like scientific hardware software developers. Like these are the folks. Like I'm super happy to be like interacting with game developers in this way, but like y'all are kind of like y'all are more on like the end user side, where which love that obviously, but I think that the folks that I'm expecting, I guess hoping to meet in the Gosh community are probably people who can give me more of a hand on like the development side, which is the part that's hard. Yeah, it's I'm really grateful that my graduate department was sort of set up around like making sure that the graduate students all got a lot of opportunities to present their research. And I've presented at conferences. I go to a lot of conferences. That's part of a lot of the, like my personal graduate experience involves going to a lot of different conferences and presenting research because I'm an interdisciplinary person. I've often, I go to like vision conferences and talk to neuroscientists. I go to robotics conferences and talk to engineers and so it's like it's always very different crowds. And at this point in my life, I just have such a depth of experience to draw on that it's not particularly nervous making. But it's actually interesting because I hadn't really thought about it like that in like a very long time. So your comment was actually kind of like, oh yeah, right. No, I'm good at this. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay. So I think I do legitimately want to see if like I, fans of the stream will know that I often describe the work that I intend to do, and rarely do I ever actually do it. But we're gonna try this time. Oh, hello, Hobble. Are you familiar? You look familiar. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But if you are new, welcome. If you're not new, good to see you. But let's do yeah, I thought so. Uh well welcome back around again, Ooh. Guten Tag, Space Malta. Or I guess Guten Nacht. Or probably yeah, it's Nacht. You're Nachten over there. We're just an international crew around here, ain't we? Mo, no, Mo. I can't remember. No, I'm thinking of what's his head. Albert is a Dutchman, and I think Nade is. I think Asia somewhere. Can't remember which. Asia. I'm from America. I guess America's a pretty significant landmass. Cool. I want to go to Scotland. I'm told I'm actually I'm not Scottish. I'm Welsh Syrian, maybe some Irish in there. I don't know. But this is clearly from that part of the world. Okay. All right, so I'm going to. I won't. And actually, things are moving interestingly in that direction. And I guess it's kind of. Let's see. What's the right way to say this? I think we're actually not too far. I now have a person in my sort of workspace who has like what's it called the kind of expertise needed to like really to develop to sort of create an FBX exporter of this data, which I think will be really, which then I think you can just like load that in as an asset, and then but you're talking VR. VR requires real time, which is a challenge, but there's also some sort of behind the scenes stuff happening where we are being we have been adopted by an experienced game developer who's helping us sort of like restructure the code in a way that will make it amenable to real time, which is super cool. And once that happens, then especially once those things happen in conjunction, then VR becomes on the table, which would be super exciting. There is like a significant, not a super significant, but like actually I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Right now I'm thinking uh I don't know what we're thinking. We'll get there. Right now I'm mostly focusing on trying to get the alpha version out. And I think it makes sense to it's kind of nice because like I met these open source people, um, and ba, 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 ba. Sorry, brain just melted. This morning I had a conversation with them this morning, and they invited me to give that presentation at the end of the month, and I, being an academic person that I am, uh, kind of can't operate without a deadline. It's just like I just like really bad at doing it. So like having a kind of like that kind of like nearish term like presentation sort of looming is great because that means that that's a hard point in the calendar, and it's sort of like well, we got to make sure that because no matter what, like that's a good time to have stuff at some kind of usable state. So, again, I have a long history of sort of finding ways to, you just kind of like, you just got to hack your brain sometimes. And like, for me, I know that like anytime someone mentions a date, I'm like, it like helps me organize my effort. Especially in a space like this where it's just kind of like, bleh. There's like, it's just like a huge distributed thing. And like, which part are you going to work on? And you got old Zale over here talking about Unity VR. You got other folks over here talking about your Blenders. You got your Unreals. And you got people want a lot of things, which is great. I love that. But it's one must focus. Focus. Okay. Okay. Let me do. I'm going to do the developer update. I'm going to keep this up right here. I think that makes sense. Ooh. Yeah, sure. Why not? Go to town. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's like, it's been interesting, because I made this sort of the release of this thing like semi release. It was, I mean, really, I say it's a release, but it was really more of like a teaser because and as I did, what's up, Albert? How you doing? Nice icon you got there, or emoji. But it was interesting because like I did that, and then people started coming around like, oh, we want this, oh, we want this, oh, we want this, and at some point, I'm not quite sure when. uh, Thanks, Shadow. But yeah, like the FBX, like sort of like, and just like getting the output into a format that can be read by whichever software, sort of like emerged as like, oh, that's the move. That's the move. We just gotta like, if we do that, because the problem is like the a feature is that a lot of people are people come with interests, and often I think people in like the animation development world, animation game dev world, you kind of get attached to your software. Like you choose your software, and that like you kind of you learn that it's like a programming language, so people want support for their chosen tool, but there's a lot of people that want a lot of things. So I think having something just like, hey, this is an FBX, it organizes the data, is good. The game plan today is to do a quick dev update, and actually, yeah, I'll do it. So I'll do. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my Unreal is cool. Oh, OWN Sandman 139. I don't want to be famous. How do I make you go away? Go away. Uh, mod. Goodbye. Done been banned. Bye, friendo. Um, okay. Yeah, I'm still like my main focus in my heart is still Blender, just because of the open source vibes. But Unreal is just so powerful. There's so many tools out there, and I think ultimately, like the true heart is like broad compatibility. Like, get this in as many hands as possible, kind of vibe. Um, but let's see. Uh, what am I doing? So I am going to. So my game plan is. I don't need you. I need you. That 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 that. Um, and you and I think that. Haha. I think I can put that. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Um. Oh, I see what you're saying. Um. Yeah, I think when the time comes to be choosing like that skeleton retargeting kind of thing, I'll probably reach out to various people. Um, yeah, there's we'll see, uh, we'll see, we'll get there. Um, Jim Croovy. Who are you, Jim Croovy? What's your deal? Ah, ooh, follow wallow. I'm into you. What are you? What are you doing? Cool. I'll look him out. I'll check him out. Mm, that's all. That's all what we like. Yeah, Unreal is not open source, which is kind of, you know, and neither is Unity really. Um, neither is Unity straight up. um, but I think one has to balance like that sort of like open source cool guy vibe with like who uses things. Um, yeah, it's like I think it's like Unreal and Unity kind of they're interesting because they kind of have this like kind of open thing, um, which is interesting, sort of an interesting perspective. Like they all sort of choose their own sort of, you know. Okay. Um, yeah, I think that's. Oh, right, you can get the open source code. They have like they have like an interesting set of rules about how to deal with their source code. But you can they let you use it, but then there's like rules about like you can't. I can't remember, but it's something. It's like on this weird sort of balanced cusp. It's kind of interesting. Um, okay, dev update, and I'm gonna mocap it because I'm extra, uh, and I think it's fun. Uh, and with okay, I want to be quick this time. See if I can get this under a minute. See if I can get this under a minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know like Unity has a similar. It's like if like it's free until you make $100,000, and then they take a cut or something like that. Which is like it's like it's like kind of fair. I like models like that because it's basically you're not taking money from people that don't have resources. Uh, whereas as opposed to something like OpenPose. Um, oh, you read my retinal flow paper. Um, yes, I have a lot of retinal flow plans. Oh, 1 million. That's cool. I think that's fair. Like this is as opposed to like so OpenPose's model is like like $25,000 site license or whatever if you try to make money with it, which is like I think that's a terrible model because that means that if you are a rich megacorp, you can drop that cash no problem. Like that's not a problem. But if you're like if you're a person without resources, then it's insurmountably expensive. So like why would you develop a model that only hurts little people? Um, it's the kind of thing like you can almost makes sense until you think about it for like even a second. Space Malte. Thanks for reading that paper. That's exciting. I'm happy you found that. That paper has been that the version you found on bioRxiv is now and out of like there that has been revised and is currently in second. It's in the it. I have submitted the revision to Post Computational Biology, and I am optimistic that it will be accepted, hopefully in a form very similar to this, because I'm fucking sick of working on that paper. And then it'll be published after that, and then I expect a certain subpopulation of the vision science community will lose their mind, hopefully in a fun way. But open poses. They were OG. They were like the first ones, in a lot of ways. So they kind of, and it's accurate in a lot of ways, and arguably it's still one of the easiest to use, which is ridiculous because it's so hard to use. But if I were to tell you to play with anything, I'd say MediaPipe. This uses both. This implements both. But MediaPipe is like nice and clean, like Google clean code. So. And it's pretty good. It's definitely arguable about which one is more accurate, but it's fine. Okay. Don't need either of you. Don't need you. Let's keep this clean. What do you say? Okay. Let's see here. So we're gonna say blah blah blah. Dev update for free mocap. Oh, cool. Thanks. No, I mostly added stuff. I added there's a couple extra figures. There's some things that were cleaned up. What else did I do? Oh, I had like a whole, oh, hello, Shadow. Thanks for subscribing. I need to change that animation because it's currently set to default. But thanks for subscribing. You can make one of these guys now. Wait, where is he? Get in there. Oh, I added like a section, we added like 2 appendices. One appendix about like the consequences of like the fixation idealization stuff. That we did for the retinal flow calculation, and also like an appendix about like introduction to divergence in curl. So if you present it to your lab members, the next version will be better. I'm on the fence. I think I'm if you want the new version, message me on some I don't know if you found me through Discord or Twitter, but just send me a message. I'll send you a link to the new version. I think I'm actually going to hold off on updating the version on bioRxiv. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. I think you may be the first person to ever gift a sub on this channel, so that's exciting. Thank you. I need to go through. It's fine. Okay. But yeah, Space Malta. If you want the newer version, message me in some capacity, and I'll send you a link to it. But because I think I'm gonna hold off on updating the bioarchive, because I don't want to. Okay. Okay. So, I have not applied for mega grants yet, but I'm planning to. There's been a lot of behind the scenes kind of funding machinations around this project, and I think it's tricky. Its funding is tricky because you have to be careful. Like where I'm at, perfect, yeah. Where I'm at, like I have funding, and there actually is a problem that can happen where you have too much funding if the funding expires, which my current funding does. And there's always kind of a balance that you need to make between spending the money that you have to do the work that you said you were going to do versus applying for the next round of funding. I also have no donation button because I've been wary of doing that because I want it. So I'm setting up. Hopefully within the next couple weeks, I'm going to set up a nonprofit foundation to support this software called the Free MoCap Foundation. And I was really wary of soliciting donations before that because for a couple reasons. One is that I'm employed with Northeastern, my university, which I try to actually avoid saying the name of them for various other reasons. Yeah, I'm employed, and there's some responsibilities. Like universities sort of have claim on the stuff that their employees make, like all employers do. But I just got I just submitted I submitted a software disclosure, and it was just accepted. So that basically is saying like I have told Northeastern that I made this and that I'm going to release it as open source, and they were like, okay, no problem, which sort of opens up that. So now I feel better about that kind of thing. The other concern I had is that I'm also federally funded through the NIH, which you're actually still allowed. There's actually not that many constraints on that. But I would generally feel more comfortable if I will feel more comfortable when there is a nonprofit foundation associated with that, so that as so there's some transparency to where the money goes. Because I don't want to take your money and just put it in my pocket because I have a job and I get a salary and I'm funded from the government. So like, I would be happy to accept donations, but I want there to be sort of like some sort of transparent paper trail of where that money goes, for a variety of reasons. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that's generally true. And not it's also true for professors, but I got permission. They said it's cool. Mostly because I'm not going to be selling it. I'm just licensing it as open source software. So if I were to sell it, they want a cut. If it was an invention, they want their name on the patent, but it's not an invention. It's not an invention. And I'm not selling the license. So they're basically like, okay, good luck, have fun. And mostly for me, like a lot of the nonprofit stuff is that it opens me up to a number of funding possibilities that I'm not eligible for right now. It's a whole vibe. Okay. All right, so let's run this. Oop, not that. Run this. Run that. How are we doing over here? Cut, paste, find. How do I make you bigger? Bigger, bigger. There you go. Oh, that's not what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. 0, 0, 0, 640. Let's go with -8 and run. Wow, that's really dark. Why are you so dark? Why are you so dark? Is it really that dark in this room? It might be. It's actually pretty dark in this room right now. Okay. Let's see, about 0.7. It's still dark, man. Why are you so dark? Hmm. Let's try with 0.6. Something's weird. That's something's weird there. But that's fine. That's fine. See, this is more... I don't know. I guess I can turn that up. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Doom. Oh, yeah, totally. uh, I'm happy you think this is cool stuff. I was actually gonna say that I might like try to like make this into like a tutorialish thing, but as I've said before, I think things are going to be in a bit of flux over the next couple weeks, so it doesn't really make sense to like spend the energy making too much tutorial stuff if it's just going to change. But this is a nice demo. You guys look really doing the thing. Okay, so the lighting looks pretty good. So when I'm doing this, I'm checking blur. So you can see actually in like the main Twitch, sort of like the bottom left here, my hands are really blurry. Over here, it's not. Like in the three windows, it's not. I'm surprised though. There's something. I don't know. The exposure is not what I would have expected it to be, but the images actually look great. So I think that should work. I'm gonna try to try to get a little more of a top-down view. I'm gonna cover my shameful hole in my desk. Because I want the video to see my hips. Because it makes it look cooler. It'll be media pipe because I don't want to wait around for open posts. Let's see here. How about that? Can you see my? There you go. So this would be fine. You need to go up. Hello. You are too far this way. Whoop. You probably want to go up too. All right. Right there. I'm glad you like it. Right here. I'm a little too. There we go. Hey. Okay. So I want this. I wanted it to be like this because even though I'm like now down there, if I was sitting here at my desk, like in a comfortable location, then it doesn't see any key points on my hips, so I'm just shoulders floating, which is perfectly reasonable, but it doesn't look as good. So I want the cameras to be able to see my hips, so that way it will that's the resulting skeleton will look cooler. Because I'm gonna post this on Twitter. Because I've been starting to do like the dev updates is a reconstruction because it's just flashy. It's flashy. I like being flashy. It's flashy as fun. Okay. And then how do you look? You look pretty okay. All right. All right. So what am I saying? Dev update. I can't remember I honestly can't remember I can't remember what I said last time, but things are going well. So alpha release end of the month. Sort of before I want to try to get alpha out before the excuse me. Ah. Hmm. I'm actually curious what happens in. Oh, look at that! There he is. um. Uh. Okay. Oh, license is free, Brent. Friendo. It's right there in the name. Um. Okay. What was that about public speaking? um. Oh, right. I still have to actually run this. Dot dot dot. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. So I do record here. Oh, I want to do a time sync too, because I'll do one of those. Oh wait. No, that makes sense. I'll do that. That'll be like a So we'll be able to see that actually with the way that the hands are plotted. Sir Maxim. Hello. Welcome. Okay, and let's see. So wait. I know, like the or I just need to set this up so that free mocap videos record audio, because that would actually solve my problems for me, but we'll get there. Okay, let's do, I'm trying to think of order operations. I think I want to start, I'll start this recording first. Then I can just clip it. Yeah, okay, so record you. So now that's recording. And proceed. Oh, what? Why are you? All right, stop. That's okay. What's going on here? Why do you have breakpoints? Get out of here with your breakpoints. Okay, now you record you. And now you go. Alright. You going? Oh, I gotta do the whole stupid thing again. Dang it. It's fine. Dot, 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 dot. Oh, oops, wrong button again. I tell you. Okay. Submit. Submit. Looks fine. And proceed. All right, so we got that. Hopefully that's enough for calibration. Then we got Now we're calibrated. Hello, everybody. This is the developer update for Free Mocap on whatever day this is. I honestly can't remember what I said last time, so I don't know what's new. But things are going well. And I'm planning to do an alpha release 0.1.0 by the end of the month. And that date is chosen because I've been invited to give a talk at the Gathering for Open Science Hardware on September 29th, so it makes sense to shoot for that as an alpha date. So thanks for sticking around. Let's keep it short this time. You're the best. Love you. Mwah. Catch you somewhere later. Goodbye. Man. It's fine. Oh boy. It's okay. It'll be a skeleton. It'll be fun. Okay, so for them to y'all following along at home, um, this is now telling me that I did in fact get 3 clean recordings with not a lot of frame drops, which is great. So I say proceed. Now it starts doing all the post-processing. It's currently generating the synced videos. That's a take. 1 and done, even though it was actually like 3 and done, but that's fine. We don't have to tell anybody. Uh, and now we're going through and detecting the board with any pose. Should be enough to work with there. This is telling you like the corresponding frames. So like camera 1 and camera 2 have 114 frames where they can both see the board, which so that means that you can, that's sort of what's happening there. This is optimizing the camera positions using sparse bundle adjustment and least squares optimization or some such. Skeletons, we're creating skeletons here. This is how skeletons are born. When 3 webcams love each other very much. Open pose. What are you doing open pose? Oof. So now we experience this. So I forgot to turn off open pose, and I do not want to wait through open pose. So I'm going to, so I kill it, and I turn use open pose to false. Use media pipe to true. TLC false, record video true, reconstruction threshold, we can put that at 0.7. Let's look at 0.5. 0.7. That's telling the reconstruction threshold is what quality of track to use in the reconstruction. And I can't remember. I think 0.7 is a good number. So we're going to reprocess that starting at stage 4, which is after calibration. And away we go. It's super exciting, actually. I mean, the code is not anywhere close to where I want it to be. And it's unfortunately like not really usable from the outside, but it's super exciting that it's gotten to the point where like I can use it in this way. And I know that because I know that I can use it in this way. I use Anaconda too. I use Anaconda to handle the environments, but Anaconda is not an IDE. So this, like, I don't know if you can read that, but this is this is a Conda Python environment. Let's see here. VS Code's really great. I'm a big fan. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Blender's built on Python, so I think it would be hard to make something outside of Python. I think the best description I've heard for Python is it's the second best language for everything. Like, it's like you can do any like. Spider I like. Oh, is Blender C? I didn't realize that. I guess it makes sense that like I think the core stuff is C, but it's fully scriptable in Python. Like the scripting tab is in Python. But yeah, I think you're right that the under the hood stuff is not Python. Yeah, what that guy said. What Sir Maxim said. I like Spider. I like Spider a lot actually. It's my I think it's one of the easiest ways to just like download and run and like just say I'm gonna start writing Python code. Like I think Spider's the best way to go there. I think it's not quite as fully featured as like VS Code is like infinitely adjustable. But Spider I think is a really great tool, especially for things like data science. I think Spider is like hello. I am at least one of those things. Uh, we are waiting for the dev update to process, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, I do know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try. To start the process of I would like to push a new version of this code because the old version is pretty out of date at this point. And the new version, so like there's a lot of I think I know how to clean up because like I learned how to do so much of this stuff by doing it, and like right now, like if you do a pip install, Mark Moza, hello. Ooh. Um, That's a good question, Shadow. I'm not sure, because I think MediaPipe uses the GPU, so I'm not sure if it's threadable. But I'm actually not sure if it uses the GPU. Uh, you're asking good questions. Questions that, frankly, will not be answered before the end of the month. I'm definitely at a point where it's like, yeah, pip install. Uh, yeah, not a lot of stuff's been cooking. Interesting things. Um, a lot of like fiddling behind the scenes. Like the semester started for me. GPU is a different beast than so like threading is something that happens on the CPU, which is you can think of your CPU as a very very powerful, like a super powerful serial processor, capable of doing very big calculations um, one at a time. Whereas your GPU is like 100,000 very stupid CPUs. So for certain tasks where the computation is not that difficult, but there's many, many, many of them, the GPU will outperform the CPU any day of the week. That's why we use it for graphics, is because like if you're like a camera and you're moving, you have to update all 2.3 million pixels on your screen, but so you have to calculate what those differences will be, but those calculations are pretty easy. So if you had to do them in serial, like one after the other on your CPU, it would take a long time. So you make a GPU, which is the graphics processing unit, and which is basically like, many, many thousands of very, very weak CPUs that can process things in parallel. And it turns out that a lot of the modern era of machine learning and neural network training is sort of a GPU-able problem, because a lot of that training stuff winds up having that flavor of many, many, many simple calculations. Uh, so, okay. CUDA does kick ass, but MediaPipe is actually, but the problem with CUDA is it's hardware specific. You have to have an NVIDIA GPU to use it. So that's been part of the advantage. So we now have MediaPipe implemented, and MediaPipe does not require CUDA, which OpenPose and Deep LabCut both do, which means that this version of FreeMoCap doesn't require a CUDA enabled GPU. You can still take it. I mean, you can still so that's good because again, like broad adoption is kind of the vibe here. Cat drama. One of my I don't know what happened out there, but oh, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Here's a cat. I don't know what happened, but something scared her, so she had like poof tail, and I was like, "Oh, baby, you all right?" By the way, this is working now. This is doing a step that I don't know why it is this slow, but it is saving. It's saving out the video, which is great. Um, not a. I am teaching a. Uh, it's like a freshman. Like it's like a it's a class of first semester freshmen. It's kind of like a. It's an inquiries like topics based class. So it's kind of the topic, the need of the class is to sort of introduce freshmen to like what real science looks like how to read a paper and stuff like that. But the specific content is sort of left up to the professor, and sort of you can keep it aligned with your research and the interests. So I'm actually going to be using some free mocap stuff in that class, which is kind of exciting for a lot of reasons, because I think it's cool, and also like it's an opportunity for me to kind of like see like how like non-technically trained people like interact with this, like, and try to like sort of like clean out some of those sticking points, while also like starting to push in the direction of actually using the data for research purposes. um uh Blue Ocean asking them real questions. Let's see, I missed some stuff. So currently, Blue Ocean, we are working on that sort of integration stuff. I was saying earlier in the stream, we are within, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll have an FBX exporter of the data. So basically, like the skeleton that you're seeing up there will be kind of like in an FBX file. That's the hope. And so that you can load that in to whatever you want. We'll also be building like a Blender add-ons, and sort of like the hope is to make something. The goal is like broad and sort of like sort of connected to whatever you want. So I think making sort of a generic output format that is GLTF. GLTF. It's a lot of questions. 1 second, let me do this. I think it was Mycon who was like, what's the word? Not like kindly chastising me for like always reading the whatever the most recent message one is, the one I replied to. So I'm gonna try to like go back up the stack. The yeah. Shadow, I don't know how to respond to that other than to say that I think your technical acumen is beyond mine, and I respect you for that. Also, so Blue Ocean, the cameras are relatively arbitrary. This is being developed on just $20 webcams. These were $20 off Amazon. It's designed, any sort of UVC compliant camera should work. But right now the focus has been on like cheapo, like sort of off the shelf webcams. So, and it shouldn't super matter as long as OpenCV can create a capture object of that camera. It should work, and like things like frame rate and resolution matter a lot less than you would think for this. Syncing is done internally. So basically, as we are recording the data, we are like every time we record a frame from the camera, we also record a timestamp, and all of the camera's timestamps are being queried from the same clock. So then after the fact, we sync the videos and then process based off of that. GLTF, I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. FBX does in fact look like a pane. So if there is an option that is less so, GLTF, because like if I can make anything, Because basically, once I can make anything that can sort of fit, uh, like once you get into any program that can save out as FBX, then you can just piggyback off of that. But you just have to get the data into a format that one of those converters can recognize. Oh, GLTF is an open source 3D file format under Kronos. Well, that's cool. We like that. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I'm gonna make a note of that and look into it later. Ba-da-bum. GLTF. What's the word? Alternative. Oh, cool. If I was a tree, hmm. I feel like I'd be a cedar of Lebanon. That's what I would like to be. Those are good trees. Answering the hard questions. Excuse me. Saving the video does take a lot of time, and I'm not sure why it's so slow. This is using Matplotlib's animation movie saver, and it's a lot slower than I would think it would be. I think it's comparable to, like, I don't know, but it's also, I mean, I don't know. We'll get there. Blech. Oh, FBX. I didn't realize FBX was a licensing thing. Yeah, I'm using Matplotlib for a lot of this, and to be honest, I feel like I'm using Matplotlib um a little, like, beyond its capacity to some extent. Like, and also I I think it's not, the figure is not organized in a particularly, like, efficient way. So I think that's probably why. I think the way that I'm doing, there's something I'm doing in the way I'm making these animations that makes it a lot heavier than it needs to be. But it does work. And once the video is saved, it looks great. So, well, it looks okay. We'll get there. Facecam iOS phones for facial capture. Facecam, yes. iOS phones, bleh. No. I don't need to deal with the ghost of Steve Jobs, but I would absolutely love to have like a sort of like a face cam thing integrated into this. I'm an eye tracking person, and my scientific research is very eye tracking focused. But eventually there will be, like, I want to. That's on the roadmap. Not necessarily like on the short side of the roadmap, but yeah, like integration of facial stuff will definitely be a thing. And if someone wants to help me integrate whatever iOS's stupid thing is into this, I'd love to do that. But I don't plan on buying an iPhone to do so, if that's if that's what you're asking. But this is, I mean, this stuff is, the code is designed to be extensible. So if anyone wants to put the work in to integrate that, as long as the data comes out of whatever face tracker thing you want, you know, like, then it can be integrated into this, because yeah. Asher guy, thank you for that note. I didn't realize the FBX proprietary file formats make me so mad. So yet another sort of point in favor of GLTF. Whoa. Well, that's a lot. uh oh. Ooh. Ah. Eee. This is great. This is why I like Twitch, because y'all tell me. Oh, sorry. Um I'm just looking over the GitHub repository for GLTF. USD. Like US dollars? Ah, University of San Diego. Okay. Oh, Robin Motion. He had a new one. Oh, that's great. Um, I was trying to remember. And I think. Oh, great! Look at that. Full body vibe streaming to Oculus. Ooh, cool, cool. All right, cool. Good job, buddy. Subscribe. Um, universe. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. It's just like, man, you chose a terrible name. I can't Google that. uh, cool, cool. Oh, look at you. Okay. All right. Cool. Ah, that's this is good information. I think GLTF is looking good, but I'll look into both of these because these are all this is all good information. FBX is what I was looking for, but um, if they have licensing stuff, I don't want to deal with any of that. Um, look at that. Keep them coming, y'all. You uh do. Zoo. Who are you, Zoo? Zoo. What is Zoo? Oh, interesting. Like, man, how do you get like licensing, like like a method for organizing like XYZ data? Oh, cool. Oh, that's funny. I was like, Zoo? That sounds like a useful format. Okay. That's definitely, I think, because like also like if I the ah yeah, and that's kind of what I was planning with the FBX actually was like I have FBX files available, and I was just gonna like help the relevant student like reverse engineer it into working for this because there's an ASCII format, um, but it would be a pain. I feel like I missed some questions. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. At some point, I'm gonna have to figure this out. This is taking forever. I'll figure this. I think the impression that I got uh when I was doing the most recent iteration of the animation code to basically to support MediaPipe is that I think the animation code I currently have is sort of like it is what it is, um, but ultimately what it is like cumbersome. So at some point I'm gonna have to figure out a new methodology there. Uh, mm, cool, cool, cool. Yeah. NVIDIA Omniverse. NVIDIA Omni Omniverse. Hmm. 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 That's cool. Open beta. I'll take it out. What are you doing, buddy? Why are you taking so long? It was a 1 minute video, which is kind of long-ish. But still, I don't know. Um, mm. Oh, that's interesting. I tell ya, machine learning, man. That's a whole it's a whole vibe. Doing crazy stuff out there. I think I need to. I think I need to disabuse myself of the belief that I can do work on Twitch. I think Twitch is just not like now that because I think it used to be on this stream that like the numbers of people like there were small enough numbers of people on here that like it was reasonable to work. But I think now that that I made that release and people are like showing up, which is awesome and I love it. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's talking. Like it's like, I come out, I do the dev update, and we processes, and then we chat, which I think is great. Um, I think at some point, especially when this part like gets faster, it may not take the whole time because like we've been waiting for this to process for a long time. Yeah, I think like I can do some stuff. I don't want to, but I don't. Uh, I don't want to mess with this right now because I don't want to do anything that might mess up this video saving. It's possible. Uh, because streaming is pretty resource intensive, but it shouldn't be that much. Eh, it's using the GPU. Oh, is that true? Yeah. So that probably. So there you go. That's part of it. This part is really slow though. What's your deal, GLTF? Hmm. Quick start guide. Okay, scenes, nodes, cameras, meshes, buffers, materials, skins, animations, changes of properties over time. Excuse me. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see a GLTF file. Is there a sample? Is it human readable? Mm. Hmm. Oh yeah, there are. Let's find them. Let's find them. Let's do my new favorite thing. Boom. Let's turn it into VS Code. Yeah, this is better because I'm not like looking like this the whole time. Ooh, I gotta do a matrix swizzler. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Uh. Oh yeah, Matrix 4. More swizzle, more furry. Okay, here's the thing. Clap, clap, clap. Looks pretty good. Oh yeah, sure. That'd be great, Sir Maxim. Uh, however you choose to share that. I'm watching this video right now. All right. Cool. So there you go. There's the thing. That's the thing. I'll put you down here. I think it was pretty good. I gotta fix the face, but I actually have done that. I can show you one of those. Uh, oh my god, I have so many of these things. I can't remember which one is good. Yeah, I have the video from the stream saved, and so I'll use the sound from that. Uh, and that should be good. Yeah, I mean that's all. I mean it's MediaPipe does a good job of the 2D tracking. AnyPose does a good job of the 3D reconstruction, and that's just that. Yeah. Um, it's pretty amazing what these softwares are doing. Uh, and all we are really doing over here is just like hmm. You keep saying this word swizzle. Is that short for swizzling? There you go. Ah. For example. I got you. So it's a whole linear algebra experience. I feel that. Um, want a human. Box animated. Rigged figure. There we go. What? They're using left-handed coordinates? No! Everybody knows you don't use left-handed coordinates. This is like Microsoft. Come on. It's a good question about the does it recognize my back? Excuse me. Kind of. It doesn't. It does a best. It does the best job at the face because I think it has the highest like entropy to work with. But it does. It like if I turn around, it does okay. But I don't. I don't know. I don't really. I actually have some. Yeah, I don't know. When I work on, a lot of questions. Uh, Thanks, Semi Sizzle. Appreciate that. Uh, yeah, I'm not really an animator. I'm a scientist. I'm just trying to do mocap for my research, but I'm just trying to make something that y'all can use. Um, oh my God, Sir Maxim, that is fucking capitalism, man. Like makes people so crazy they use left-handed coordinate systems to be special. It's just like, ugh. Uh, Spines? That would break things. So I'm gonna look through these, but I think I know which one I want to see. I think I want to see this rigged figure. Actually, rotation, animation, talks to animation. Yes. Hmm. Nice. Yeah, I'll look into that Jim Jim's add-on. What's his name? I looked it up. I'll write it down in my notes. What's that guy's name again? The guy with the Blender add-on. Jim Croovy. Yeah, that sounds good. The answer to the question of when I'm going to use IK is roughly whenever it starts getting in. Pretty soon, basically, is the answer. Um, I think we've kind of gotten as good as we're going to get from like raw data, which is what you're looking at here. So the next step in the process is to get it to the IK stuff. But it's the kind of thing like as much as I want to push in that direction to make it more like clean and robust and all that kind of stuff. It's not really top priority because there's so many sort of under the hood like usability, installation stuff, like compatibility things. So we'll probably, I mean, we'll get there. Is basically what I'll say. It's on the path. We'll get there. Yeah. Mm. Okay, let's see. We got this. Collision indicates a bug. What are you doing? Where's the... What? Where's the... Where's the actual thing? Ah. This one? Ah. Ah. Look at that. Boink, boink, boink. Yeah, we're working on that. The user friendly because like the general vibe, like the sort of the core heart of this is to try to make something usable, like uh, a 14-year-old with no technical training, no outside help. That's sort of the motto. Um, but it's hard. It's a challenge. But where there's things happening behind the scenes that are pushing in that direction. But there's a lot of one must be strategic with one's effort, and what I'm really kind of excited about is I think like the software dev that has been sort of helping out with this is going to be he's helping shape the code in a way that makes it more amenable for like open source development, because right now it's a little bit too like in-house, so that external devs like it's hard to chop up pieces, hard to test, hard to handle pull requests and things like that. So that's going to be a lot of the work. So after the alpha is out at the end of the month or sooner, whatever, uh, we're going to start making those like under the hood structural changes, and a lot of that honestly may not even be visible to the outside users, but it will set the project up for better development in the future by making it sort of more amenable to get help from people who are not part of the original development team. And from a strategic point of view, like those are the places to put the effort, because as much as I would love to like push forward like IK and whatever, this and that and the other, that's really only one track. And if you want to think about this as a long-term project, which I am, like setting things up early to make it easier to build off of in the future, like that's the strategic move. So that's what we're doing. Let's look at this GLTF friendo. So you got your scenes, got your nodes, children, rotation, children, rotation. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the idea, Shadow. Because right now you can clone the repo and make pull requests, but like you would have a really hard time doing that because the code is sort of structured in such a way that it would just be hard to do that. We're trying. Okay, indices, moral animations, sampler target. Okay. This is so hard. I'm gonna make you smaller. Where's the actual movement data? Hmm. So you got your rotation, you got your... Ah, there it is. Yeah. Good night, Shadow. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, thanks for the support. Glad you like it. Primitives, attributes. Good night. Well, what are you? Oh. Rigged figure. Can't get Draco exporting. Embedded. Huh. See, this is what I'm talking about. This makes sense to me. Sort of. Not fully, but sort of. Let's see what we got here. So you got your asset. Let's see. First of all, let's get you some linting. What do you say? Oh, so you're just not really going to do that. Fine. Do you have a shield? Aha! Do you install? Oh, okay, that's fair. Control plus plus. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to keep it visible. I was trying to get more of it on the screen. Um, okay, so asset is one thing. Scenes. Oh, no, that's scenes is another. Scene 0, so this one. Nodes, you got children. 21, 21, matrix, I don't know what that is. Z is up. Whatever that is. Children, 1173. Translation, rotation, scale. Nice. Children 4. Translation, rotation, scale, leg joint. Children 5. Leg joint. Leg joint R3. R5. L1. L2. L3. Excuse me. L5. Torso 2. Let me see what we got over here. Who's this? Who is this guy? So we're looking at this guy. Looks like we got... Torso joint 3. Okay. Cool. This is great. This makes sense to me. Meshes, attributes, joints, normal, position, weight, animations, channel, sampler, path translation. Okay, so this is the original guy. This is the rig. Yeah. Cool. Path, rotation, scale, translation, rotation, translation, rotation. Let's do like the actual animation data though. Oh. Are these like is input? Does input mean frame? You seem very excited about that, and I'm very excited for you. I don't know enough about any of that stuff to know if that's cool, but Matt. That's cool. Yeah, it seems very sort of like tractable in a way that I appreciate. There's some under the hood stuff happening, but it's... I mean, this is at least a good thing to know about. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the clue in. Well, I'm tired, so I think I'm gonna sign off. But this has been fun. Thanks for sticking around. Let me go see. I'm gonna raid y'all somewhere. That's awesome. I'm glad that is so fast. Okay, I think I'm gonna raid y'all back over to EJSA, because he was so, what's the word? He was nice last time. Forget the word. There's accommodating? Good hosting? I don't know. But yeah. Bye guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the new ones of y'all, and thanks for the clues in. It's not a sponsored comment. I'll take a sponsored comment though. Yeah, that's funny. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, thanks, Asher guy. That is appreciated. And I will take that breadcrumb that you have dropped for me, and I will follow it uh, to wherever I can take it. So, all right, bye, y'all. Oh, I still have to wait for you guys to get loaded up. I'm probably gonna sign off right afterwards. So if tell EJ I said hey. All right, bye everybody. Mwah. Ah.